In this session, we will discuss about different aspects of agentic AI for task automation and real-time data analytics with reasoning. In current scenario, you might have seen when we work with generative AI based applications, large language models, LLMs, retrieval augmented generation, RAGs, agentic AI is getting huge prominence in multiple domains. How to automate a particular task without human intervention? Major focus in agentic AI is task automation, but no need of human intervention, no need of any intermediate inputs by human being. Each and everything will be done by that particular software itself, whether it is monitoring of surrounding, monitoring of environment data, real-time data extraction, analytics, reasoning. So from starting from data extraction to different decision making or strategic decision making task, each and everything will be done. Intermediate task like data cleaning, data pre-processing, each and everything can be done by nowadays with agentic AI. And when we work with agentic AI based applications, that particular application, software application, wherever we are using it, whether it is a hardware or full-fledged software application, so many agents work. So in this session, we will see which different components are associated with different perspectives are associated with agentic AI, and after that, we will see some demonstrations. So to some extent, whatever is possible in live demo mode, I will show you demonstration on Google Colab, how to extract data, by which way we can go for data analytics. Even we can work with machine learning and deep learning also. So agentic AI based machine learning, agentic AI based deep learning, simply we can tell that agentic AI based application, download this data set, perform this algorithm, and it will perform each and everything. So to some extent I will show you its demo. Agentic AI based ML, agentic AI based deep learning, or file processing based applications. As far as traditional AI is concerned, in case of traditional AI or classical generative AI, human intervention is required. You might have seen we work on prompt engineering, prompt writing, whatever application we are working. For example, on Chat GPT we are working, or on Perplexity or Copilot. So in intermediate outputs, whenever we get some output, corresponding to that output, we ask some further questions that we call as follow-up questions. Okay. So in traditional generative AI based applications, some specific human intervention is required, whether you are working on Gemini. Okay, however, with Gemini we can create agentic AI based applications. So lots of dedicated platforms available, dedicated portals available, libraries available for agentic AI. Okay, but with Gemini, with Chat GPT, these are possible. Okay, we can generate the code that will perform that specific task. But classically, in ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot, Perplexity, we work on generative AI, classical generative AI. Okay, that require prompts. Whatever output we require, we give it some particular data set. Along with that, we specify some prompt, and then we get some output. Whether it is for pattern recognition, prediction, classification within structured data sets. When we work on machine learning or deep learning based applications, first of all we give our data set, and along with that data set we specify which algorithm to implement. Then we ask for some confusion metrics, performance analytics. In case of agentic AI, it takes care of each and everything. St- Starting from data extraction, best sources for data extraction. For example, I want to work on machine learning or deep learning, and I need 99%, 9%, 99.9% accuracy. And if I am not having that particular data set, so agentic I can ask the agentic AI based application to download that data only, which can give this much accuracy on a particular algorithm. So agentic AI application, this particular product will extract or it will generate that particular data that will fulfill that specific requirement. Okay. No need of any hit and trial. Agentic AI do not work on hit and trial mode. It works with reasoning. Whatever output is required, corresponding to that output, which inputs, which intermediate outputs are required, which intermediate processings are required, each and everything will be taken care by agentic AI. Lots of free and open source products available to generate, to work with it. One of the very popular platform is crew AI. Okay. However, to work with crew AI, we have to integrate open AI keys, but without keys also we can work with it. Okay. So we can integrate with Google Colab or with our Python distribution. Along with that, what we can do, we can work with autogen. Okay. Either autogen or crew AI for multi-agent cloud-based applications for agentic AI based deployment. Okay. Learning from outcomes, so whatever outputs we are getting, whether we are able to achieve higher degree of accuracy or not, that we can perform with agentic AI. So first of all, we will see different aspects of agentic AI. Autonomous system, and its major focus is goal oriented. This is goal oriented, goal directed behavior. It means whatever output we require, depending upon that particular output, it will generate the scenario. Okay, for example, so as just now we have discussed, if I want to achieve 99.995% accuracy with a specific algorithm, so it will give me that particular data set. It means goal oriented, goal directed, capable of goal focused behavior rather than traditional engineering process. In traditional engineering process, we go for uh, first of all problem statement, then execution, then output. If output is not good, then we move back to input. Okay. In neural networks also, feed forward network, back propagation network, in multiple epochs we have to work. But agentic AI, it will first of all evaluate which output is required. Okay. So you can see that it is having three components. This one, first of all, it understands what you want, plan the steps. So planning of steps depending upon your output, and act automatically to finish the task. It means actions are fully dependent on your requirements. Okay. Whatever output is required, whatever goal, whatever research objective, if we are if we take any research scenario, to perform any research work, to finish any research based implementation, first of all, it will see which type of outcome is required. In a confusion matrix of machine learning, I need minimum false positive, minimum false negative. So we can specify that this particular data, okay, give me this particular data set from a benchmark source, not on generated. Okay, it can fetch the data that will fulfill that requirement depending upon my outcome, whether it is confusion matrix or it is related to error factor or it is related to some specific accuracy. Okay, depending upon your final requirement, final outcome, it will generate these steps. Okay, not just answering the questions. In traditional generative AI, In classical generative AI, what is there? Just answering the questions, okay, like Chat GPT, Gemini, Perplexity, Corapo, so many other. In agentic AI, it is not question answer based. It is goal oriented. Okay, actions, taking actions on its own to complete a goal. For example, so if we discuss about different examples, if we have given some particular prompt, okay, single prompt is required, no need of multiple prompts. In case of Chat GPT, Gemini, Perplexity, and chatbots, we have to give multiple prompts. For example, I want to write a research paper, so we give multiple prompts. Okay, I need this particular abstract, we need this particular methodology, we want to work on literature review. So in multiple prompts, if we specify single prompt, then there may not be good accuracy. In ChatGPT, in classical generative AI based applications, we give different prompts which are known as follow up prompting. In this particular case, normal in agentic AI, no need to give multiple prompt. Single prompt is required. Okay, only single input is required. Create a report of today's stock price and email me every evening. Okay, if we want to work on a robot, for example, I want to deploy a robotic application. Okay, like if we have some mutual funds, if we have some stocks, and we want that at a certain point, it selling and buying should occur automatically. You might have seen in robotic or in bot based trading, these things are already available nowadays. Many organizations, many companies are working in this scenario. Okay, robot based share trading, robot based cryptocurrency trading, automatically selling and buying will take place. That is agentic AI. Okay, no need of human intervention. They will not give you input, they will not give you output that this is that your stop loss is going to be occurred. Okay, or this particular value is going to be touched. It will perform each and everything automatically. So that is the main task done by agentic AI. Each and everything, whatever we need in normal AI, in normal generative AI, we give information whatever we are asking from Chat GPT, from Copilot, or whatever it is. Okay, so this is one example. Each and everything will be performed in automated way. For example, this one, another example: download all PDF invoices from my Gmail and save them to Google Drive. Okay, so what agentic AI will do, it will perform each and everything. So whatever input we give to a human being, to human assistant, same input we give to agentic AI, and with high accuracy it will find out the required steps, which using which steps these things can be implemented. Okay, so in same way, for example, this one: every Monday backup my collab files to drive and clean temporary folders. Okay, in this way, now you can see that if we are working on such type of scenarios, then what is major difference between agentic AI and scheduled tasks? Okay, because there may be certain questions when we work on these type of scenarios, that certain tasks to be performed. So scheduled task is also performing same thing. If we are giving some input that take backup of at a particular time, take this particular output at a particular time and save in a particular folder. Okay, that thing is also done by scheduled task. But scheduled tasks are not having any reasoning. Okay, there is no reasoning, there is no data analysis in case of scheduled task. In case of agentic AI, it is understanding the context, reasoning, decision making, and final outcome. In case of scheduled task, only cron jobs. You might have seen only cron jobs and timers. At a particular date and time, that particular cron task or cron job will be implemented. No intelligence. This runs the same time, same particular task every time. Okay, whether it is required or not. For example, we have given the task to take backup at a particular time, so agentic AI will see whether backup is required or not. If backup is not required, then it will not take backup. Okay, if servers are down or servers are having some issues, in that case it will skip that particular part. Okay, cannot adapt to new conditions. Scheduled task is not taking care of the environment. In case of agentic AI, it is taking care of that intelligence part. Okay, flexibility, change the next step automatically. Okay, whatever next step is there, it will change automatically. Okay, it can pause, retry, and replan. And it can handle unexpected events. For example, some particular maintenance is going on, some particular data analytics is going on. Okay, so depending upon that particular scenario, it will decide whether this task should to be performed or not. Okay, so, because many times this question arises that same thing we can do in scheduled task, we can give that particular set of instructions that at this particular time perform this task, at that particular time take this backup, but there is no reasoning part. Okay, in case of agentic AI, you can see self-working ability, independent work, and solves problem without instructions each time. Okay, no need to give intermediate prompts. In case of scheduled task, predefined commands or scripts. Okay, human reprogramming is required. At every step we have to perform that particular uh, we have to specify that particular prompt, or we have to change prompt manually, and it is not autonomous. Major thing is that it is not autonomous. Okay, so many differences associated with agentic AI versus scheduled task. Okay, and major thing is that as far as agentic AI is concerned, it is taking data in real time. It is downloading data in real time. It is analyzing data in real time, and depending upon your surroundings, depending upon your environment, it is giving you that specific outcome. Okay, in case of scheduled task, it is running blindly. Okay, whether something is required or not, whether if some particular server crash is there, if there is some technical issue with the server, if there is some technical issue with that particular portal, scheduled task will not take care of that particular thing. It will run whatever is required. Okay, so many things in this way. Okay, now agentic AI versus AI agents. So many terms are interrelated. When we work with generative AI, large language models, RAGs, recent scenario, first of all, we have to be clear about different terms. What is difference in agentic AI and AI agents? As far as agentic AI is concerned, it is performing each and everything automatically, acting at its own. Okay, learning with real time data and reasoning. In case of AI agents, it needs instruction. So what is AI agent? Every chatbot. So what is AI agent? In example, AI chatbot like chat gpt, Google, that particular Google Gemini, okay, Bard. Earlier it was available as Bard, Perplexity. So many chatbots. Okay, whatever chatbots we integrate with our application, these are AI agents. One task at a time. Follow predefined rules. There is a particular database. AI agents work with a particular database at the back end. Okay, whatever database we have put, depending upon that, it will work. If something is not available in AI agent database, in that case, it may give abnormal output, or it will not give any specific execution. In case of agentic AI, it will adapt the environment. It will adjust in that specific scenario, and then it will provide you the execution part. Okay, so you can see that as far as key characteristics are concerned, so as just now we have covered that perceive environment, making decisions and taking actions. Okay, and key traits: adaptability, autonomy, autonomous, goal oriented. Major thing is goal oriented. As far as scheduled task is concerned, scheduled task is not goal oriented. Scheduled task is input oriented. Whatever input we have given in scheduled task, it will perform that. Okay. If we are discussing about AI agents, AI agents are not completely autonomous. Okay. At some particular time, we have to update its database. Agentic AI works with dynamic interaction with complex settings, uncertain settings. Okay, this is major part in agentic AI. Uncertain things, uncertain settings. It means unexpected inputs can also be handled with agentic AI based applications. Okay, so I will start the demonstration also. I will show you some scripts also. But before that, we are discussing about different aspects of agentic AI, by which way we will be able to analyze it, how to see its architecture, and by which way it is different from generative AI, classical generative AI, and AI agents. Okay, environment sensing, decision making mechanism, and at the back end. So what is at the back end as far as the architecture is concerned? Architecture of this agentic AI is concerned, it is having learning models. So obviously we have to integrate neural networks, we have to integrate AI models. Okay, but along with that, major part is feedback module. This one you can see that feedback loop in. Okay, feedback loops are there. Using feedback loops, we it will detect automatically whether output is satisfactory or not. Okay, if output is not satisfactory, in that case it will improve its performance internally. Okay, internal performance upgradation is done in case of agentic AI based application. In classical LLM, in classical RAG, in classical generative AI agents, these things are not available. Okay, so we have to take care of this. We have to understand this particular thing. So if we discuss about different application areas where this particular uh, domain is applicable nowadays, as far as research based implementations are concerned in healthcare, you might have seen in most of the super specialty hospitals nowadays, robotic surgery is there, real time data analytics, autonomous medical diagnosis. Okay, so dynamic interpretation of medical images, lab results. So automatically data will be taken from patient, lab results, and clinical data evaluation. Okay, only single sample is required, only single biometric is required, or that particular face recognition is required. Only from face recognition, diagnosis can be done with agentic AI, with somebody's face. You might have seen earlier times, at the time of Ved. Nowadays also, if very old age Ved is available, they can see somebody's face and they will tell whether that person is having fever or not. Okay, without touching hand, without touching forehead. A particular experienced Ved can detect whether this person is having this type of problem or not, or they will diagnose that specific disease. Same thing, same autonomous independent medical diagnosis without touching the patient. Okay, real time data analysis, autonomous medical diagnosis, robotic surgery. You might have seen nowadays heart surgery, okay, bypass surgery. These are being implemented, these are already deployed in many super specialty, multi specialty hospitals. Okay, human doctors, human medical experts will only monitor the results, will only see whether this task is done or not. Each and everything will be done by robot. Okay, whether it is a heart surgery or some particular laser based treatment or any other thing. Okay, so real time patient monitoring, surgery, or it is related to cancer treatment, chemotherapy, or any other. So, all of these applications, all of these domains are associated nowadays with agentic AI. Okay, how much accuracy, with how much accuracy we can perform a particular task. Okay, real time data analytics after replacing or after transplanting any particular human organ, uh, what is performance? Okay, what about human body parameters? Okay, so these are associated with medical domains. Okay, autonomous medical diagnosis, robotic surgery, and autonomous vehicles and drones. You might have seen nowadays in defense establishments, autonomous vehicles, drones, smart dogs, these are integrated in sports, also in entertainment, in sports. Okay, in cricket matches you might have seen robotic dog. So that dog is not require is not taking any input. It is autonomous dog that is moving inside the stadium. Okay, cricket match is going on, football match is going on, and within that particular area it is automatically detecting where some players are standing. So it will not collide to those players, it will not collide to the ball. Okay, it will not collide to the boundary. In same way, in defense, drone based applications, so all of these are agentic AI based deployments. However, there are so many threats related to social implementations, related to job threats. Okay, but these things are already deployed. Smart parking system in many metro cities, smart parking system is available. Simply place your car and robot will come, robot will give placement to your car, and a unique card will be provided to you. So that is agentic AI, no need of human intervention, each and everything is done automatically. Swarm drones for military applications. So all of these type of applications you can also work. Okay, so if you are working in IoT, then with Raspberry Pi, with Arduino board, we can work along with Raspberry Pi, Arduino board. We can integrate Python code. Okay, most of the coding in agentic AI is done with Python. Okay, so Raspberry Pi, Arduino, BeagleBone Black, and so many other open source hardware, these can be trained with intelligence. Okay, intelligence means AI based applications, Python based code, and then we will be able to work with it. Smart home and personal assistants, you might have seen nowadays many people use Alexa, Amazon Alexa, Fire Stick. Okay, so these such type of implementations can be done. Automated trading systems, stock trading, mutual fund trading. Okay, no need of human intervention. Buying, selling, each and everything will be done automatically. Okay, placing stop loss or removing stop loss, that will be done automatically. Okay, whether trading to be done or whether short term holding to be done or long term holding to be done, each and everything will be done by software itself. Okay, so all of these applications nowadays being performed by AI, generative AI, and broader aspect, or we can say that high end intelligence part of generative AI is agentic AI. Okay, advanced version of generative AI, that is agentic AI, in which everything is getting implemented automatically. Okay, so in cybersecurity also, in almost every domain these applications are available. Now we will see some demonstrations. To some extent I will show you some demo in Google Colab, by which way you will be able to work with some automated applications, whether these are related to file management, file system processing, or machine learning. Up to this point, is it clear to all participants? Kindly confirm. Up to this point, is this clear to all participants? And are you getting audio and screen properly? Okay, so you can see that. So few scripts I will show. This is Google Colab notebook, and here we will see some demonstrations. Agentic AI, and initially I will start with file system management, file management, how to save file automatically, how to create files, how to read files automatically. It means managing files on cloud or on local system. Okay, but currently I'm working on cloud. Okay, this one is Google Colab we are using, so that everything should be saved online and we will be able to view it. After that, we will see some demos related to agentic AI based machine learning, agentic AI based deep learning that can also be done. So, first of all, we are working with PyAuto G, this GUI. PyAuto GUI, this one is a library in Python to simulate, or not simulating, but to execute GUI events without human intervention. For example, I want to press some keys from my keyboard. I want to use my touchpad. I want to take some screenshot. No need to print. No need to click on print screen. No need to work on some particular keyboard. With Pi Auto GUI, we will be able to simulate. We will be able to execute our keyboard events. Okay, so you can see that to control the mouse and keyboard and automate interactions with other applications. So obviously, as we are working in agentic AI, so this type of implementation, this type of library we need, because at some time, for example, we have given the direction to take screenshot at a particular time and save in Google Drive. So how to take screenshot? So there should be some library that will be taking screenshot automatically. Okay, if we want to fill a particular form, for example Google form, we want that Google form should be filled automatically at a particular time and it should be submitted. So in that case also, uh, application can be developed without any human intervention. So at a particular time, at a particular date, at a specific timestamp, Google form will be filled with specific data and it will be submitted. Again, there are so many pros and cons. Pros is that we are working on agentic AI based application. It is effective application, but its negative point is that it can be misused. Okay, misused means, for example, in a particular online attendance system, we have or somebody has created this type of agentic AI application. In that case, no need of any human intervention, no need of any human participation. Okay, so anybody can specify that URL where feedback to be submitted, or even that feedback URL will be taken, will be extracted automatically by the agent and it will be filled. Okay, so to coordinators it will look that somebody is actually filling the form, but actually it is getting filled by AI agent, by agentic AI application. Okay, whatever link is there in Google Meet, agentic AI application will take that link, it will fill and it will submit. So that is negative part. Okay, but positive part is that we are automating something. Okay, so you can see that we are working on part Pi Auto GUI. So it will be installed in Google Colab. So any process you will be able to automate. Pi Auto GUI, and once it is done, after that I will show you some executions. So it is installed now, and now it is done. Okay, now we will see using this particular code. So these are the scripts. For example, we want to write some particular file. Okay, we want to compute something, we want to calculate some particular data. Okay, and in that we want to save up that specific file in a particular log. Okay, so that can be done. So for example, this one. Okay, So different functions are specified. Okay, write file, compute expressions. So this is from scratch. We are not using any crew AI, we are not using autogen AI. With autogen AI, with crew AI also we can perform, but this very basic implementation, very first implementation related to this one, manual execution. Okay, so if we want to perform different tasks in sequence, multiple tasks in sequence. Okay, so GPT agent response, so this one, so on execution, whatever output is there, it will be saved in log file. And if we want to see whether a particular file is created or not, and you can see output.txt, and we want to see this output.txt file that is created by execution. Okay, so this one, so some particular data we have simulated, some data creation inside this particular code, and then we are saving it in a file. Okay, so this process we can automate. So GPT agent we are creating this one. Okay, multiple instructions, any specific instruction we can specify. For example, we can specify that take backup of Moodle server and save all files in Google Drive. Okay, in this way. So third instruction. So first instruction, second instruction, third, fourth. So this GPT event agent we are creating, and multiple instructions we have specified, and those instructions we will be able to execute, and its log will be recorded in a specific text file. Okay, so this one is GPT agent response, and finally we will be able to see. If we want to go for plotting, plotting part, okay, whatever output file we have generated, we want to plot it. Okay, so this one, for example, on this particular data. Okay, so multiple instructions we have given in this GPT agent. Okay, write hello, compute this one, simulate, checking virtual memory, plot this one, write another line in file. So these multiple instructions we have given in this GPT agent, and now we want to execute, we want to go for its execution. Okay, so multiple instructions can be given in single shot. In chat GPT, in Gemini, what we do, we give our instructions one by one, but here multiple instructions, multiple outcomes, whatever we need, we can specify here, and those can be executed. Now you can imagine, now you can see the difference between scheduled task and this one. In scheduled task we do not give this type of output, this type of input. In scheduled task or cron jobs, we have to we have to specify in a particular syntax, but here we are giving natural language based input. Okay, input in our own language. For example, I am giving some particular content. Okay, in this way I am writing, create or generate abstract on IoT in 200 words. Okay, for example, this one. After that, find best 5 keywords. Okay, generate in generation or generate introduction in 250 words with one image. Okay, generated by, okay, not copied from internet. Okay, not copied from internet. Okay, that image should not be copied from internet, generated by AI. It should be generated by AI. Now after that, extract 5 research papers from IEEE and ACM. So if we are giving, so we cannot give this type of input in scheduled task, because many times this question arise that same thing we are doing in scheduled task, what agentic AI is doing. But agentic AI is taking data in one shot. In one shot I am giving my complete input, and it will give me final paper, it will give me final outcome. After that I can proofread it. Okay, So if we have developed one agent in this way, so that will perform according to our inputs, okay, in this way. If so, in same way, if I want to give in if I want to work with agentic AI based machine learning, okay, so in that case what I will do, agentic AI based machine learning, I will specify here, okay, download data set for classification from Kaggle, okay, that match accuracy greater than 99% on ANN. Okay, so in this way, after downloading, it will download that data set on which with ANN more than 90%, 99% accuracy can be achieved. Okay, now perform multi-layered architecture, okay, or multi-layered approach with random forest and support vector classifier. Okay, generate confusion matrix. So these things we can't do in scheduled task. It is possible only in agentic AI. Okay. So whether it is this one, so I will show you this demo also. So first of all, I'm showing you classical demos. So some particular data we want to extract from a particular website. For example, from this website, I want to from a particular website we want to fetch data and we want to record in a specific file, in a specific text file that we can perform. Okay, so very classical implementations. Now I'm showing you some implementations related to real world data extraction and file processing. So this is agentic AI task automation. Now we will see some task automation with agentic AI. This one. So with APIs also we can work. So this one. So these inputs I have given. These are the inputs. Sub process, okay, run python. If I want to run python, I want to execute python within a particular dashboard or with on console. Run shell to execute the shell, this one is the function. To execute the agent, this one. Okay, now what I want to do, which type of task we want to perform, whether I want to run python code or I want to run shell command, or and after finishing it will give us the final outcome. Okay, so what is the format, this one. So this is the template. So this one is the template of agentic AI based python code that we can integrate in raspberry pi, also in arduino board or in open source boards also, so that it will execute automatically. Okay, so whatever input we specify here, for example, we are specifying one input here, this one. This specific input we are giving, create a text file, write hello world inside it, then read it. So you can see that we are giving input in human language, in natural language. Okay, so in classical human language we are giving this input, we are executing it. So enter and agent, this, it will be executed. So we will integrate that particular model. Okay, if we want to integrate some model also, so you can see that QWEN, this model, it will take some time. And if we want to integrate this LLM, okay, some large language models are also integrated with these applications. So it will be downloaded from transformers. So once it is done, then we will see some more implementations. And in human language, in classical language, we will be able to give our inputs, and then corresponding output will be generated. Same thing we will be able to perform with Gradio if we want to give it graphical user interface. For example, Gradio output we need with the text boxes with radio buttons, that can also be done. Okay, so this one, and this particular file will be generated. So create a text test file test.txt, write hello world, and then read it. This one. Or any other input you can specify. Okay, automatically it will be generating. So you can see that create text file, and it is performing it. So you can see this one. So so this particular code will get executed, and then it will be done. Okay, now we will see some implementations which will look more realistic. So up to now we have seen only this particular part, like creating some particular file. For example, some file we have created with this code, and we want to see whether scrapped data is available or not. Whatever data we have scrapped from a particular website, that is available or not. Okay, with Agentic AI we have created a website, and you can see that this file structure is also available, this directory structure, and we want to see whether this scrapped data.txt file is created or not. Okay, so in this particular code, what we have written, we have written that create a particular file with after taking data from a specific website, after scraping data from a specific website, so it will be scrapped. So file created, what are the file contents, this is the file content, and we can verify whether this file is actually created or not with ls scrap data. Okay, so this one, all of these commands are executed automatically in sequence. First of all, file created, file content, then directory structure, and we want to verify if in same file we want to give some output, we want to download it, so that can also be done. Now we will see agentic AI with ML. So it will be more realistic for research based applications. Agentic AI with ML, machine learning. I want to give human input, human natural language based input. For example, I want to give that, okay, download wine dataset, download iris dataset, perform ANN, then perform random forest. Now compare these two approaches. Okay, so all of these commands I want to give in own language. So if we are able to perform this type of implementation in our own language without performing anything in Python, okay, in prompt we will not give any Python code. Whatever code is required, it will be given in agentic AI code. Okay, so this is the demonstration of agentic AI with ML, machine learning. So for that we will use this one. We will install scikit-learn, and I will show you the agentic AI with ML code. So it is installed. Now you can see this one, rule based, this agent we have written. Okay, which type of inputs we are giving. So this is the code. So whatever codes, whatever scripts we want to execute, we will give in agentic AI script. Okay, so this one. Now in agent, what we will do, in agent, when we try to execute it, we will give this input. You can see that I'm giving this input, this is the prompt. So which prompt we are giving? Load iris dataset, train a model, save it, and show accuracy. Okay, so we are giving this agent this input. We are not executing Python code explicitly. We are not executing Python code on Anaconda. We are not executing Python code on our Google Colab separately. What we are doing, we are executing Python code via agent, via agentic AI. Load iris dataset, train model. If I want to give that, train a model with support vector classifier, or with linear regression, with logistic regression, that can also be done. So this input we will give, and then we will see what will be the output. So you can see that load iris dataset, what is goal, it is done. So if I execute it again, you can see that if we can execute it, this one. Now I will execute. So whatever input we have given, this is the input, load iris data set, train a model, save it, and show accuracy. So what is the output? It is giving me this output. You can see that final result, accuracy, this one, saved model, iris model dot job lib, and this one is directory structure. If I want to see whether this model is actually saved or not, this one. Now I want to see accuracy. So you can see load iris dataset. Now another model I am running, load iris dataset, train a decision tree model. So this type of input we generally give in chat gpt. This type of input we give generally in Gemini or AI chatbot, but we have created our own agentic application in which we are giving our own inputs. So you can see load iris dataset, train decision tree model, and it will give us that particular output. And if we want to download it, that can be done. Okay, so if I want to download this file, for example, this one. Okay, so first of all we will see whether this file is available or not with ls. Okay, this one is available. Now files dot download job lib. If this trained model, if this particular model we want to download, we can download it. Okay, so from google.colab import files, and now you can see it is downloading. So this one iris. So to download any file, we need to import this one from google.import, from google.colab import files, and now files.download, this is downloaded. You can see this one. So in downloads, this file is downloaded. Okay, now if we want to perform data cleaning, so we have seen this one decision tree, or this random forest classifier, decision tree classifier, or any other classifier. Now we want to work on data cleaning, data extraction, as well as data cleaning with agentic AI. So you can see this one, this is python executor. Okay, within this code we will specify, okay, what we want to do. Okay, scrape a website. In agent we will give this input, scrape a website, clean text, save into file, and summarize. Okay, so each and everything we will specify in single shot, in single statement. Okay, or in line separated, in new line. Okay, in first line scrape a website, in second line perform data cleaning, perform missing value imputation, third save into a file, fourth summarize. Okay, so this input we are giving, and after that when we are executing it, you can see that scrape a website, clean text, this, and it will execute the code. Now after executing the code, you can see it is giving this particular output, scrapped output.txt. Now I want to download it, files dot download scrapped output. Now you can see this is downloaded. Okay, so this sample data, it is downloaded. If we want to give it a GUI, okay, we want to convert it in form of GUI, that can also be done. Okay, so we will see that particular part also. For example, we want to plot some data, some plot some graphs also. So in this way, so what we have done, in this input we have, in this particular agent we have specified download a data set, plot a graph, and save it. Okay, with it means taking data set, performing implementation, performing a classifier, implementation of any classifier or regressor, plotting graph, generate confusion matrix, save it. Each and everything we are giving in human language, in natural language. You can see that this one. Now agent is reasoning, and what is the thought, which thought is created, this one. This code is generated automatically, and after that you can see this particular output will be generated. So in single shot, in single statement, we are giving all set of requirements. So it has downloaded the dataset, performed implementation, given result, what is the final result, and this one is the plot. So complete automation in human language, in classical language, we will be able to give our inputs. Okay. Now if I want to, so now we are working, what we are doing, we are working everything in console mode, in this particular online mode. For example, I want to give it a GUI, graphical user interface. Okay, so this particular agent can also be created. Download a data set. Okay, perform logistic regression, generate accuracy and error. Okay, plot graph. So plot graph and give final results. So in this way also we will be able to give our inputs. So any human language, any layman language based input can be given in agentic AI as we give in chat GPT. Okay, if we want to work in ChatGPT, in that case we have to give these prompts one by one. Okay, download a data set, then we see whether this data set is okay or not. Then we ask that, okay, perform this implementation, after that perform this implementation. So in sequence we have to do. So but each and every thing we can perform in this particular agent. Okay, it will generate the code and it will give us the final output. Okay, now if we want to work on a particular, so you can see that in this code what we have done. So for example, I want to give this agent this particular input: use iris dataset. Agent, use iris dataset, or take iris dataset. Okay, anything we can specify. Use bind dataset and plot. So you can see that this one. So by which way we are running the agent? We are running agent as a layman. Okay, this one. Now load any, so I am giving one input: load any seaborne data set. So it will give this one. So load seaborne data set. So you can see this one. If I am giving this input: load any seaborne data set, load any suitable seaborne data set. So you can see multiple permutations we are using. Load any suitable. So you can see that now seaborne dataset tips loaded. Load any, load seaborne dataset for plotting. So you can see that this one, Titanic dataset, Titanic plot.png. If I want to verify whether it is actually downloaded or not, so files.download Titanic plot.png. So we want to see this particular plot. Okay, so you can see this is downloaded, this one. So we have not we have done not done any implementation. We have, what we have done, we have given it the input. Okay, for example, load seaborne dataset and plot this one. So we will see which dataset will be. So tips plot.png, we want to see what is this tips plot which is downloaded and which is plotted. So this is tips plot. So this one, total bill, tip and size. Okay, so we are running in agent. So if, so this is this we are running in cell, notebook cell. If I want to give it graphical user interface, for that we will use Gradio. Gradio is very powerful platform for creating web based applications, graphical user interface applications. Okay, with text boxes, with radio buttons, with with some sliders. Okay, we want to give some graphical user interface. So To generate GUI of our applications, we can use Gradio. So this we have installed, pip install Gradio with matplotlib, and after that we are executing it. So this one, Gradio, and then you will see, so which type of input we can specify. Okay, we can specify the input that, okay, use iris data set, use wine data set. So it will be executed, and then in that GUI we will see. So if we want to give a web-based application, this interface to web-based application. So it is running now, and this one is URL. So this link you can run here, or you can click here. So this is graphical user interface. Okay, so this one is agentic AI. Okay, for example, use iris data set. So you can see that this one, if I write here use iris data set and plot, okay, use wine data set and plot. So you can see this one is wine data set. So in human language, in classical language, we are giving, okay, so it is performing each and everything. If I want to download it, you can see download, and we want to zoom it full screen, that can be done. Okay, use any data set. Okay, so by whatever way we have programmed this particular agentic AI application, we can give our input. Okay, whether it is related to data sets or any other thing. This one. Okay, if you want, so this is off, this we are working without any API key. For to work on this, no need of any API key, no need of any OpenAI key. Otherwise, to work with agentic AI applications, we have to integrate some keys, Gemini key or Google Cloud key, but it is completely self-hosted. Okay, self-hosted platform, self-hosted code. Code, this one is your some scripts. So in same way, for some data manipulation, some for some data analysis, we want to give. Okay, so this for any particular data analytics, we want to perform it. Okay, so this one, and which task we want to perform. For example, this particular task. Okay, it is running five random numbers. Okay, or generate five random numbers, generate Fibonacci series. So any human input you can specify. Okay, and see output. So on click of this, you will get a complete graphical user interface, and in that particular GUI, so you can see that this one in GUI. So this is offline. So currently we are working in Google Colab. You can integrate it on your local distribution, also on local Anaconda also. Okay, so whatever inputs we have specified. So whether you want to work with this one machine learning based application or deep learning, even deep learning based applications can also be integrated. So you can see that this, so whatever input we have given, it will give that specific output. Okay, so if any other, so by whatever way we have programmed this specific. Okay, so use wine data set. take wine data set and plot. If I want to see, okay, plot after performing classifier, okay, random forest classifier, that you can specify, or only this part you can specify. Okay, so you can see that this one. So to work with GUI based applications, we integrate Gradio. Otherwise, on console you can take it. Okay. So if you want to work with synthetic data, so these inputs you can give. Okay, use random synthetic data for processing, cleaning, and output plots. Okay, so in classical human language we have written. So you can see that I have written this one. Use random synthetic data for processing, cleaning, and output plots. If I give here, use wine data set and generate plots after pre-processing. So you can see this is wine data set, and in wine underscore plot dot png it will be plotted, it will be saved, and we will be able to download it. So if you want to download this particular file, so with code from here also we can download. So you can see that this one we can download. Otherwise, within script we can specify it. Okay, files dot download. If google dot collab import dot files is imported, then wine dot plot dot png. So you can see this one. Okay, so you can work on these applications, very effective applications for creating such type of scenarios. So these files I'm storing separately. So if you want to automate any task related to some research project, related to some automated implementation, that in that case you can use. Okay, you can explore this platform Crew AI. You can explore AutoGen AI to create multi-agent platform to generate your own application. And one very powerful platform that provides you agentic AI on cloud, very powerful cloud, is Replit Cloud. This one, okay, it provides you interface to develop your mobile applications, to develop your web-based applications on cloud. Okay, so it is completely cloud-based. Replit.com. So we can directly specify our process. For example, I want to work on some application like Flutter. I want to work on Seaborn. I want to work on data cleaning. So different apps we will be able to build. So simply we will write here. Okay, for example, I want to generate, okay, generate Android mobile app, okay, with following options, okay, or with following features. So whatever SRS is there, software requirements specification, depending upon those that particular SRS you will be able to generate. So you can see that some scrapers we have already created. For example, I want to show some IoT based application. Okay, so this application we have developed in this agentic AI based platform Replit. So you can see run. Now preview your app. So you can see that on cloud we are running. This is a Replit cloud. Okay, preview. This one is preview. Now you can see that Node-RED is running on cloud. Okay, No need to install anything, no need to integrate anything. If we are working on some IoT based application, so you can see MQTT, we want to link any block, we want to perform. Otherwise, on cloud, this platform is paid subscription based. But with this particular agentic AI based platform, Replit, we are able to work very easily. Okay. So in same way, for example, I want to publish. You can see publishing in integration, database, app storage. So what I want to do, okay. So you can see that this one. If I want to integrate it on Shell, VNC, workflows. So you can explore this platform Replit, that is providing you interface, providing you complete dashboard for creating your own agents